Goal setting, really, really important, so no pressure on me, hey? I'm just going to outline what I'm going to talk to you about. The first thing I'm going to talk to you about is dreams, okay? How to learn to dream again. What is a goal and how do we set them? Because they're so important, so how do you turn that into a goal and how do you actually set them? How do you know what date to put on them? Why do you need to do it? Why do you need to do it? Keeping focused along the way. Because obviously when you've got goals there's things that come in the way and happen in life, so I just want to talk to you briefly about keeping focused on your goals, how to do that. And then finally unleashing the true power of your goals, because actually it's not actually the goal, so I'm going to talk you through that as well. So the first thing I want to say is that dreams have to be your starting point, as Craig was saying. You've got to have these to be able to build your business. You need to know why you're in the business, okay? So they're your starting point. Successful people have two qualities that part them from less successful people. And the first one is they have dreams. And you'll find it's not just in this business, but any successful people have dreams. And the second one is that they stay focused. Now, if you haven't got dreams already, I don't know, some of you might have goals and dreams already, some of you might not have done anything like it before. If you haven't got dreams already, or goals, you actually have got dreams, by the way, but I'm going to go through how you find them again. If you haven't got goals already and you don't really know how to stay focused or you're not very good at that, you can learn both of these and develop them along your journey. So it's not something that you need to be equipped with already, you can learn it along the way. So these are two skills that you can learn in this business. Okay? There are many factors that affect our lives, as Jim Rohn says, but nothing has a bigger potential power to do good as our ability to dream. So if you've got your dreams inside you and they're deep inside you and you truly believe in them, nothing that might happen in your life, things happen to all of us every day, your car might break down, I don't know, lots of things happen, don't they? Nothing can touch your dream if you focus on it, okay? So things happen all the time, but as long as you've got your dreams inside you, you can move mountains, okay? So your dream or dreams need to be big enough to do 4 things. So write these down. It needs to be big enough to get you out of bed in the morning. It's great to have a goal or a dream, or probably a goal really, of say for example getting out of debt. Especially at the moment there's loads of people that I'm seeing, and I'm sure you are as well if you're sponsoring already, that are in debt. But to be honest, that wouldn't get me out of bed in the morning, to wake up and think, oh, I'm going to go out today so I can clear my credit card. It's not really a fun thing to kind of get up to, is it? So really you want something that's more than that. It's a great goal, but have something around that that means more, that's going to get you out of bed. You need a dream big enough that's going to keep you up at night. If you've got a dream inside of you and you truly believe it and you have worked out a plan of how to get there, then it will keep you up at night. It needs to be strong enough to get you to ignore fatigue. We all get tired, especially if you're up late and up early in the morning, up late at night, up early in the morning. But you have fatigue along the way, but you need to learn to ignore that. That's a skill as well, and just get on, basically. And you also need a dream strong enough, finally, to get you to push through fear. Because everything you want, everything, is on the other side of fear, I can guarantee that. So it needs to be strong enough that it can get you through that. Okay. There are 4 types of dreams. This is from Tom Barrett. And your first one is a practical dream. So I'm going to give you some examples here. Getting out of debt is a practical dream. Saving money. Changing your job, that's a practical dream. A new house or car, or to be at home more often. These are all practical dreams. And it's great to have a balance of all 4 of these, okay, if you can. The second one is a fun dream. And that's exactly what it says, fun, basically. So what I'm going to do is share one of mine with you here. Some of you might share it, Jules probably might, but I don't know if anybody else will. One of my fun dreams, what a fun dream is fun, obviously, and it's something that isn't necessarily practical, and it means something to you, but it's not got a deep meaning, it's just something that you want to do, it's just good fun. One of mine is to shop in every major city. I don't need to do it, it's not a practical dream, it's not something I need to do, but I don't need to do it, and it's not particularly something that means, that's got a deep meaning to it, or is going to help somebody else or something, but it's something I want to do, it's a fun dream. Jules, you share that? Shop in every major city, have a map on the wall, and just get like some shoe magnets or something, or handbags, and stick them all in the cities. A memorable dream is something that's fun, but it means a bit more to you, so it goes a bit deeper within you. I'm going to share one of my memorable dreams with you as well. One of my memorable dreams is collecting my Porsche 911 GT3 from the factory in Germany. It's not practical, you have to pay more to do this. It costs you 1,500 quid. But it's memorable to me because it's something I've wanted. I only found out about a year or two ago that you could do it, but it's something that's memorable to me because I've wanted one since I was about 10. So what I've done is gone out and I'm going to go through having your dreams on you as well in gold awards. This is the car brochure for a Porsche 911. It's like a hardback book. But it's got in here about the factory collection, and it just says, you won't be able to sleep the night before, the night after you won't want to. And it just goes through, you get a tour of the factory and everything, and a 3-course meal and stuff. But really, it's so I'm the first person that sits on that seat and drives it out. I do the first mile, me. It's a memorable dream, it's something that means a lot, it's fun as well. And your fourth type is a significant dream. Significant dream is memorable and fun, but it's got a really deep meaning to it. Now this could be anything from charity work, perhaps you want to go to Africa and build a school, I don't know, we're all very different. Improving the quality of life for your family, that's a significant dream. It's got a lot of meaning to it. So it's good if you can to have a mixture of all 4 of these. Okay. So, what are goals? Goals are dreams with deadlines. That's all it is. You see, a dream isn't enough, I'm afraid. You've got to start with dreams, but they aren't enough. And what I do is, or what I've done before, to try and find, you see, the longer you go through life, I think, the more things that happen, and your dreams can get kicked out of you a bit, or beaten out of you if you like. To make them a goal, you need to sit down and literally revisit what your dreams are. Perhaps when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you were older? What did you want to have, like the car, many things like that. You've got to put a date on it so it becomes a goal. Okay? Now you can get help with this because this is something, I don't know about you, but I'd never done anything like this before we started this business. So you can get help with this from your sponsor and upline. It's got to be measurable and specific. What I mean by that is, say for example if you want to go gold or go to New York, you've got a deadline on that, the company have put a deadline on, how great is that, they've already done it for you, it's a short-term goal. To make it measurable, you work backwards so you can measure it, you can track along the way to make sure that you achieve it. That's what I mean by measurable. And specific, I'm going to go into a bit later as well, knowing what that would feel like, putting yourself there, that kind of thing, okay? Write them on paper. You've got to do this. There's no, you know, you're only going to go as far, like Martin said, as your belief is. You've got to write them down on paper. Until you do so, they're not really goals, they're just dreams and wishes. I met somebody the other day in an appointment, and they were in their 60s, and he said, I always wanted to be a pilot, and he never got round to doing it. And it was great, but you know what, it was a dream, he never made it into a goal. Now, he could still do it now, obviously, but to make it into a goal, perhaps he didn't have the means to, or the right environment to do that, but you've got to put a date on it and write it on paper. When you write it on paper, it does something, it concretes it inside of you, and it becomes more of a commitment to yourself. It definitely does something. And well-defined goals act like magnets. You get drawn to your goals if they're well-defined, and by well-defined, I mean having specifics of what that goal is, what it feels like to have it, what it smells like, if it's something that's obviously like a car or a house or whatever else. What does it feel like to go over and build that school in Africa? What does it feel like to give the quality of life for your family, or to send your kids to a private school? I don't know what your goals are, but they do act like magnets. You get drawn towards them. So, you have a specific goal, this is the road to your goals, you put a date on it, you then need a plan, which I'm not going to go into massively today because I'm talking about goal setting, but you then have a plan to make sure that you can achieve that. And then finally, obviously, you get to your goal, you achieve it. It's a journey, as that road shows, basically. So where do you start? So I just want you to get a blank piece of paper. And I'm just going to go through with you something that's in this book, 7 Strategies to Wealth and Happiness, Jim Rohn, if any of you have ever read it. If you've done this before, I don't care, you're doing it again. Because you do need to do this regularly. I do it regularly, because your dreams and goals change with time, because you change, as Craig was saying, along the journey. So you do change. Because working hard isn't enough. It's not enough. You need to know why you're doing what you're doing, because all the how-to in the world is completely irrelevant unless you know why you're doing it. So to start with, you've got to bear with me with this, okay? Get your blank piece of paper, and what we're going to do is we're going to not be afraid to get started. So if you've not done anything like this before, if you're new to it, your skills and ability will grow to match your dreams and your goals, okay? So don't worry. I want you to clear your head and not worry about if you feel you can achieve it or no, that won't happen. And what I want you to do is write down goals, basically, things that you want. What do I want in the next 1 to 10 years? And you've got to do it, the aim of this is to do it quickly and write down everything possible that comes into your head. Don't think about how you can do it or if you're going to do it, just write down what do you want in the next 1 to 10 years. You need to take as little time as possible to write down as many things as possible. If you can refrain from writing the detail at the moment, so for example, going back to the Porsche, if it's a Porsche 911 GT3 with speed yellow paint and a Carrera red interior, just write 911, for example. So you don't need to write the specifics, okay? To help you along, perhaps it's something you want to do. What do you want to do? What do you want to be? So, I don't know, one of the words you might want to write down is confidence. I don't know, just trying to help you along. What do you want to see? That might be something you want to see in the world, it might be something you want to see for your family, it could be anything. What do I want to have? And that could be materialistic or not. Where do I want to go? And what would I like to share? Now you want to aim for about 50-ish. But you don't need to do all 50 now. I can see you all going, oh my God. You want to aim for about 50-ish, so this is just making a start on it today, because I want you to leave here today with some goals, that's the point, okay? To know how to do it so you can go off and make them, and add to them basically. So hopefully everyone's got things down, okay? And what you want to aim for is to have a balance here. So what I want you to do now is write down the number of years next to each one that you believe it will take to achieve whatever it is you've written next to each one. So you've got 1 year, 3, 5 and 10, okay? So if you just stick to those 4 for now, just ish, yeah? So if you think it's going to be in about a year's time, obviously put 1, etc. You might have to dig deep to do this, I don't know, because some people find it easier than others, but it is something you need to do. And if it is your choice if you do it or not, but you'll only get so far if you don't do things like this.